Hello guys, so this is the fabric I'll be using for the Bubu. This is 3.5 yards and this is the ashoke I'm using for the front. I actually use one strap. So the next thing now, I will measure the full length. My full length is 59, and I added 2 inches sewing allowance because I will use half to join the shoulders, and I also use the remaining one to fold the down. So I actually use 61 inches. So now I will divide it into two. So after dividing into two, I'll fold the fabrics, the front and the back. So yes, I folded the fabric. This is the front and this is the back. So the next thing, I trimmed out the excess on the fabric so that everything will be equal. Then I put in my measurements. For the neck width, I used 3.5 inches. And for the depth for the front, I used 3.5 as well. So I'll just cover the neck. Then for the back, I use 1 inch. This is for the front and the back. They are folded together. So I use 1 inch for the back. Then the V that is at the front, depending on how deep you want yours to be. For mine, I used 4 inches. Then for the opening, I use ½ inch. Then I connected it because it's just a small V. So the next thing is to put the full length of the sleeve. The sleeve is cut together with the bubu. So from the center of my neck at the back, I placed the tape there and I measured it to my hand where I want the bubu to stop. I actually used 20 inches. So now I will mark it now and connect the lines together. So the next thing is to get my shoulder slope. So from that place now, I'll mark 1 inch. I used 1 inch. So I will connect it. So you connect yours just like you see me do to where I end the shoulder width measurement. Then after that is to mark in my opening. I will be using 8 inches, which is 16 inches all round. So I added 1 inch to it as my sewing allowance. That 1 inch, I'll use ½ inch to join the shoulders. Then the other ½ inch is to shape the bubu. So next, I'm using 15 inches for the wideness of the bubu. If you want yours to be very free, then you can go ahead and increase it. My hip is 40. I just added 5 inches to it to make it 15. Because 40 divided by 4 is 10 plus 5, 15. So this is it now. I've connected it. Then the next thing is to cover it. Just to curve the edges to eliminate pointed edge. So the next thing is to mark 15 down to the full length. So I will mark it out now. So alright, I've marked it to the full length. So the next thing, I will cut the pocket. I'll mark out the pocket. I like cutting my pockets with my bubu together. So you just mark 16 inches from the shoulder, which is my waistline. So the next thing is to put the opening. I used 6.5 inches You can use 7 or 7.5 if you are big. So I use 6.5, and I marked 6.5 from that 16 inches. So the next thing is to mark the depth, how deep the pocket is going to be. So I marked 12 inches from the 16 inches. I marked from that place, I marked 12 inches. So for the wideness, I used 6 inches. So I'll connect the lines now, which is 12 by 6. So I'll just cover out the edges. This is it now. I curved it out, and that's what you are seeing. So this is the final result of the pocket. And on that distance, I used 1 inch. Then I curved it also. So that's the pocket. That's basically everything. So the next thing now, I will cut out. I'll cut the back first. And after cutting everything, I'll separate the back from the front. Then I'll cut the front neck. So this is it. I've finished cutting everything out. That's the pocket. So I'll separate the back and then cut the front neckline. So yes, I'm done cutting the back and the front. So the next thing, I will cut the facing. So I will cut the ashoke now for the front. So the ashoke will be at the front. I just want to get the center line, so I will know how wide the ashoke is going to be. So for the length, I'm using my half length, which is 16 inches. So I use 16 inches. Then how wide will the ashoke be? So I will just cut 2 and join together. So I'm cutting it on fold, after which I'm going to join it together. So I measured 16 inches. I added 1 inch to it to make it 17 inches. So I will join it together. I will use half an inch and join it together. Then before cutting the front neck. So the next thing, I will cut the sleeve turning. I'll also be using ashoke to turn the sleeve. Remember, I used 8 inches for the sleeve opening, so which is unfold. Then after sewing, I'll be having 16 inches. So I just cut 18 inches. I added 2 inches to it to make it 18 inches. It's better to have excess and trim out later than to have shortage. So I'll be using this for the 2 sleeve. So I will just cut it out now to separate the two sleeves. So the next thing now, I will cut the facing for the back. So I will just fold the fabric into two. Be careful not to cut your actual material. Just place it like this, just like you see me do. Then I'll cut out the neckline. So after which, I measure the 4 inches. I also measure 4 inches downward. Then I connected it. So I'm done cutting everything. The next thing now is I will join the ashoke together with 1/2 inch so I can cut the front neckline on the ashoke. So I'll take it to my sewing machine now and join it with 1/2 inch. So I've joined it with 1/2 inch. The next thing now, I'll fold into two and place it at the back to cut the neck of the front. So now I've cut out the facing, which is the ashoke for the front. Then I will place it, I'll open the front now. So this is it, this is how it's going to be. So I will flip to the back. Get this, you are going to sew from the back and turn to the front. So I'll place my ashoke at the back. I'll use 1/4 inch to sew round, then flip to the front. I'll also turn the neckline of the back. So I'll iron paper stay to the facing. After that, I'll place it at the front. On the back, I'm sewing at the front, then I will turn to the back. While on the front, I'm sewing on the back, then I will turn to the front. So this is it. I've sewn the front. So I will just turn it to the other side and notch out and trim out all the excess. So the next thing now, I'll flip the ashoke to the front. Arrange it out very well. So after that, I'm going to top stitch it. I'll iron it first, then I will top stitch. So after top stitching, I'll bring it for you to see. So I've top stitched it. So the next thing is to fold the side. So I will just fold. Then after folding there, you pin. Then you fold it down. You also pin. So I've pinned all the sides together. So ensure that what you have here is the same as the other side. So after that, I'll take it to my sewing machine and sew it round. So I have turned the back and I have top stitched the front. So I'll just trim out the excess. Look at the way I'm going to attach the two shoulders together. You see the way I'm placing the front and the back. And I use the back facing to turn the two shoulders. I'll just use my pin to secure it. So I'll take it to my sewing machine and sew it. So I've sewn it, I will just trim out the excess. I'll also do the same thing for the other side, trim out the excess. Then I'll flip it. So I also trim out the excess on the sleeve side. So you see how neat the inside is. I also trim out the excess on the other sleeve side. Then the next thing, I will use my ashoke to turn it. I place the ashoke on the back. Then I will flip to the front. So I will sew it now with 1/2 inch. So this is it. I've sewn with 1/2 inch. Then from the back now, I will flip to the front. So after flipping to the front, I will just pin it and fold. Just like you see me do. Just fold it in a little, then pin it down. So I've pinned it. I'll take it to my sewing machine now and sew it. So this is it. I've sewn it. So I will trim out the excess now. I've also done the other side. So this is it. The next thing now is to join the two sides together. So I'll flip it in now. So I will pin the front and the back together before sewing with 1/2 inch. So I've sewn with 1/2 inch down. So I will notch it now, notch out all the curve areas. Just notch a little so you don't end up ruining your material. So I left an opening at the down. I actually used 22 inches. So the next thing now, I will fold the sides just a little. So I folded the sides, you can see, and I've also folded the other side. So the next thing, I will fold it down now, just like this, and I will iron it. So this is it. This is the finished work. This is the sleeve, the pocket. Alright, thank you for watching. Like, share and subscribe. I will see you in my next video. Bye.